Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Peters, and I'm seeking to become the next state representative for District 91 to the Missouri General Assembly. District 91 includes Crestwood, Webster Groves, and Shrewsbury. If you look at this picture, you'll see why I'm running. This is my grandson. He's only 3 years old, but he's already $53,000 in debt. That's his portion of our national debt. And though he doesn't know it, last year his health premiums nearly doubled. His parents make too much to qualify for subsidies. And he hasn't started school yet, but already his education future is uncertain. He lives in St. Louis City, and his school district only has provisional accreditation. The reason I'm running is because elections are about people. Whether it's my grandchildren or your children, the decisions governments make affect our families. I believe there is a positive role for limited government. My family has been helped by government. My children graduated from Lindbergh High School. Because of Lindbergh High School's advanced placement courses, my daughter entered Webster University with 15 college credit hours. And because of Lindbergh's participation in the A+ program, my son went to Merrimack Community College, obtained an associate's degree on a full scholarship. Today, and for the past 7 years, they have been taxpayers. Government has received back more in tax dollars than it invested in education dollars. When government invests in people to become taxpayers, it promotes the general welfare. I also believe that government can provide targeted solutions for targeted needs in healthcare. I had a baby born with nerve damage. Doctors performed surgery, and 3 weeks later, my wife and I carried our baby in a box of medical supplies out of the hospital. My wife asked me, how are we going to afford our copay and medical supplies? The next day, I received a phone call from Missouri Crippled Children's Services. The lady asked me, Mr. Peters, was your baby born paralyzed? I said, no, our baby's legs are fine. She said, no, what I mean was there nerve damage? I said, yes. She said, Missouri Crippled Children will cover the expenses of your surgeries, and we'll set up an account for you at a medical supply store, and all you'll have to do is sign. Well, I want you to know this is one Republican who was happy to receive government help for a medical need. But they didn't take over our healthcare lives. We continued to pay our insurance premiums, and government helped us with a targeted need. Now, before Congress mandated the Affordable Care Act, 9 out of 10 Americans were enjoying the world's best health care. But there were those with pre-existing conditions and young adults who had no medical insurance. And Congress, instead of providing a targeted solution for targeted needs, targeted those needs to gain control over our healthcare lives. When Congress and government go beyond their limited role, we lose freedom and politicians gain control. I believe that government ought to empower people, not control them. I think government ought to empower us with healthcare choices rather than control how we manage our healthcare. And I think government ought to empower us with equal opportunity rather than pick winners and losers through tax policy. Paying your fair share is not paying more taxes just because someone else made less income. And I believe government ought to empower job creators rather than siphon off profits through regressive taxes. The Missouri Constitution lists the enjoyment of the gains of your industry as a natural right, along with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Simply stated, if you earned it, you deserve it. I still believe the words of Abraham Lincoln, who described government as of the people, by the people, and for the people. I've lived in Crestwood since 1990. For 28 years, I've served as a pastor in a church in Webster Groves. My brother lives in Shrewsbury. I am connected into the various communities that make up the 91st District. Because of this, I feel qualified to represent the whole district. I'm asking for your support. Help me empower Missourians. Thank you.